Can you take us through the emotions of that final sequence?
Man, a lot of emotions, obviously, final play of the game. They're going to kick a field goal. We know what we need to do. We need to go out there and get a block. And, man, that was a huge play by that whole unit, be able to put the rush on, and KB obviously to get a hand on it. But, man, that was an amazing play.
Jordan, how good does it feel to keep the winning streak going in this heated rivalry that's going on for so long?
Yeah, no, it feels good. I think really any time you can get a win in the NFL is a great feeling. Obviously, not how you wanted to end up, and obviously not our best ball, but a win is a win.
Christian's catch, just laying it out there and making that big play.
No, phenomenal play, phenomenal catch by Christian, and then obviously just the awareness to get up, not being touched, and to go put together a huge run. But I think Christian made some big-time plays in the game, had a couple big-time catches, and I'm proud of the way he balled out.
When you let it go, were you worried that you had let him a little too much? Could you tell, as you let it go on?
I couldn't really see. I think I got hit, and like I was letting the ball go, so I couldn't even really see. I just saw him kind of getting up and running after.
what happened on the interception in the second quarter?
Yeah, obviously we had Tucker Kraft right there, kind of on a pivot route, and I missed him on the throw. Just missed high. Obviously sailed over his head, and DB was right there to make a play on it. So it's a bad throw.
Did you get hit or were you knocked a little?
No, it was just a bad throw. Just missed him high.
Your late touchdown, you're diving for the pylon. Did you think you were in all the way?
On the field, yeah, I thought I might have been in, but I knew it was close. I knew it was right there on the sideline. But in the heat of the moment, you can't really tell sometimes. But no, I mean, I think they ruled it right.
Jordan, what did you think of the red zone today? Obviously, it's been a focal point for you coming off the bye, but the Bears are also really stout down there.
Yeah, they're really good. I think we had some ops, and obviously I think we left a couple plays out there. But like I said, they're very good in the red zone and third down. We knew that coming into the game, and obviously red zone. You'd want to put up more points. You want to finish the drive with touchdowns. Obviously the interception getting in the red zone did not help us. But yeah, and then like I said, they do a good job in the red zone.
What happened from your perspective on the end around to Jaden? I think it was, 2nd and 1 at the 6, and then it looked like they had it really well played. Do you recall what?
To Jaden Reed?
Yeah, do you recall what the look they gave you?
No, I think they made a good play. I don't know what happened. I was kind of rolling out the other way, carrying out the fake, so I couldn't see, but I think somebody just was able to get through and made a play.
Then on the 3rd and 4th down on those plays, you're scrambling, you're just trying to extend hopefully for somebody to get open. Was that the thinking there?
Yeah, obviously I think the initial, kind of reads we had were covered. Just trying to keep the play alive right there, trying to scramble and see if we can get somebody on a scramble drill, and I just felt like there wasn't anybody there. So, yeah.
Looking back on the 4th down one, was Jaden, I don't know if you saw it on the, pad, but was Jaden open in the corner? Or did that corner drop into?
Initially, you're saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, they ran cover 2. I think I was looking at the corner, trying to read him, and I felt he had his hips turned and could play both of them. And obviously, Jalen Johnson's a really good corner. I've seen him make those plays before, so I decided to get off of it. Looking back on film, I think the safety was in really good position too. It definitely would have been a tight throw, but that's why I just got off it, tried to scramble and see if we can make a play that way.
Is that where you would have liked to have gone if possible?
Yes.
Christian's had a kind of a quiet year. What does it mean to get him going though?
No, it's obviously I think it was a focus for us coming in this week was to try and keep getting him the ball, getting him some touches. Definitely a guy that we feel like we can, keep trying to get him the ball and give him some of those ops down the field. And obviously when we do, he had a really big catch, contested catch, and went up and made a play. So, I think it was a big-time day for him. I think it was, 4 targets, 4 catches. So he made the most of the ops when they came his way.
What do you think of the way he's improved as just a pass catcher throughout his career? I think all 4 were pretty tough catches in between guys or extending or having to absorb contact.
Yeah, no, like you said, all 4 of those catches were contested catches. They were not easy catches, and he made that play. So that's what it comes down to. We talk about it all the time, is just going out there and making those plays on Sunday. And he did that, but I think once you make one play, I think you get that confidence, and it's easier to go out there and make a next play.
Jordan, how are you feeling just walking out of here today? You guys got the win, but you have to feel like that wasn't anywhere close to as well as you guys wanted to play. So how are you feeling walking out of the building?
Yeah, I think to start, I feel good getting the win. We talked about all week. We knew it was going to be a 4-quarter game, a 4-quarter battle, and I'm proud of the guys. Nobody batted an eye. Nobody flinched. It wasn't by any means our perfect game or our best game. We left a lot out there, and there's a lot of stuff to clean up. But I'm just proud of the way we're down and going in that 4th quarter, and guys continue to fight and compete, and nobody flinched. So I think just the mindset we had coming into this game was that it was going to be that 4-quarter battle, and it came down to the last play. So I am definitely proud of the way the guys fought and managed to get that win.
There were limited possessions today. I think you had 3 possessions in the second half. Just a kneel down at the end of the first half for one of those. Or what's it like to be in a game like that, where everything's at such a premium and you move the ball, but you still need to make every play matter.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like that's how a lot of the games go in the NFL. I think that just goes to show how much you got to capitalize on every drive and try and come away with points, and how critical the ball is in those games. And you can't turn the ball over and expect to win those games. So, obviously, like you said, only 3 possessions the first half. You would love to have more, but they're so critical that you gotta go down there and get points with every possession you have, and really maximize every op.
Jordan, when you threw the deep one to Christian, into double coverage when the guys are there, what made you? Could you see anything that made you think that was potential completion, or were you just counting on him to go make a play?
Yeah, no. When I started moving, the safety was kind of playing both Christian and Tucker, and I saw Christian put his hand up that he was going deep, and I thought he was beyond the safety, and I think the safety did a good job as I was throwing, turning his hips and taking Christian. But anytime the ball's in the air, you love it when a receiver can go up and make that play and make you right. So, that was a big time play by Christian, and just go up there and have that confidence to go make that play. It's his ball or nobody's ball. So yeah, it was a big time play in the game.
There's been a lot of big moments in this rivalry for your team over the last decade and a half. What's it like to add another crazy ending to this rivalry with your team coming out on top?
Yeah, I mean, it's special. Obviously, anytime we play the Bears, we want to get that win, and obviously we want to keep this win streak going, and obviously ending the game on that final play and to come up huge with that field goal block is, it's special. So obviously we'd want to clean a lot of things up, but a win is a win.
Could you see Carl actually get a hand on it, or what were you focusing on at the time?
Yeah, I didn't know what happened. I couldn't tell that he got a hand on it. I didn't know if the operation just got messed up with the hold and the kick, but I could see that it came out kind of wobbly. So I was figuring somebody must have got a hand on there, and then they showed me the replay after. It was a great effort by him.
Jordan, you have the play where you were trying to scramble to the pylon and you dove and there was the replay challenge. It looked like you totally cut it loose there. Like, were you playing with kind of no restrictions as far as your groin injury and everything?
Yeah, I mean, right there, fourth quarter, you got to have a play. Somebody's got to go out there and make a play. And, anytime you're running the ball and you're that close to the end zone, I'm going to give it everything I got to try and get in there. So, in these critical games, you got to lay it all on the line right there.
Thank you.
Thank you guys.
Thank you.
Up, right? First of all, got to give Chicago a ton of credit, obviously, with everything that has transpired here over the past week. And we knew this is a National Football League. You got to come with your best every week in order to come away with a win. It's always hard to win on the road. They were 4-1 at home, so I figured this was going to be a 4-quarter battle, and that's exactly what it was. It took all 60 minutes, and thankfully we made a play at the end of the game. So I thought there were some good performances, and I thought there was a lot of stuff that we got to get better at, namely in situational ball, third down in the red zone, and really on both sides of the football. So I told our guys we'll never, ever apologize for winning, and we'll take it, and we're going to learn from this, and, we got a big battle next week.
Can
Is
you?
it a lot different from what you'd seen on film with the coordinator change?
I'll tell you the truth, I'm so wrapped up in our offense in game, that's probably a better question for half, just in regards to what's going on in game. Where they hurt us, though, especially in the first half, was his ability to make plays. We got poor with our rush lanes, and he was run right up the middle, and we got to be better than that. he is an athletic quarterback. And you saw it right there at the end of the game on 3rd and 19. We got a sack. We fly over the top of him. He sets up a 4th and 3, and then he makes a good throw versus man coverage. I thought he did a nice job today when we played man coverage, going to the right areas, getting to the right guys. And their receivers, that's a good group. I mean, they're a really talented receiving core, and they made some plays today. And so, yeah, we got to get better in a lot of areas, but I thought mostly his ability to use his legs, what do you have, 70 yards rushing or whatever, that definitely hurt us today.
Can you take us to the range of emotions there from you get stopped in the 2 and then you convert to 3rd and 16 and all that to winning the game at the end?
Yeah, it's relief. It was a roller coaster game, but that's this league. And you have to be resilient. Not everything's always going to go your way, and you got to keep battling. Keep battling, keep battling, keep battling. Try to block out the scoreboard. Whatever has happened has no bearing on what's going to happen, and you got to just keep pushing forward. Whatever has happened in the past is bad or good, you got to play the next play, and that's something that we talk about, we stress, and it's cool to see our guys to be able to go out there and show that resiliency. And I think just the effort that we got on that last play, I always hear Coach Bisaccia talk about it. I mean, that defines the character of your football team, by the effort that we're given on our field goal block unit. And you see great effort from our guys all the time.
How did you feel about your red zone offense today? What went into the decision to go for that on 4th down?
Well, possessions were at a premium. There weren't a lot of possessions. I think we had 3 possessions in the first half. I know we had a kneel down that's going to count as possession, but it was 3 possessions in the first half. There were a handful in the second half. I didn't know when we were going to get the ball back, and typically, I don't know what all you analytical people say out there, whether you should go for it, kick it. I just thought, we're on the 5-yard line. Let's go for it. We're down 5 points. And with the hope that at worst case scenario, we'll get a stop and get the ball back with pretty good field position. So, they did a nice job. This is that's their strength, right? 3rd down defense and red zone defense. And they were better than us in those 2 areas today.
Did you get the look you wanted on the 4th and 6? Were you trying to go to read?
No, I knew it was going to be, we had a strong feeling that it was going to be covered 2. I don't think the play was good enough play design, quite frankly. They do a good job of packing in their safeties, and we had an in cut, and we just couldn't cross his face. So, we got to be better as coaches and try to come up with a better play for our players. I thought Jordan did what he could do. The play went off schedule, and that's what usually a lot of times either in the red area, the plays are there like immediately within the rhythm of the play, or it goes off schedule. That's just look across the league. That's how it happens. Unfortunately, it didn't work out for us, but I thought he did everything in his power and made the only play that was there, and that was to take it. And, a lot of times in scramble drill, you stress to your guys to continue to work for the quarterback. They did a good job of plastering. I mean, I've always had a ton of respect for Matty Eberflus. His defenses have always, they play hard, they play sound, and they got good players. So, They did a better job than us in that area.
Now, what were you on the blocked field goal? What were you watching? What did you see as that unfolded?
I was watching the play like everybody else.
And did you see who got it, or?
No, I just saw the ball go up, obviously fluttering out of there, and I saw all our players surrounding Carl Brooks. So I figured he probably was the one that blocked it. But I will say this. Rich said to our team last night, I will not understand if we come out of this game without a block, whether field goal or PAT. So, great job by our special teams coaches.
What were you hoping for on the read and around down there? What was it, 2nd and 1, I think?
Yeah, well, we missed a block on the perimeter. We never got the defensive back. He was able to play outside, and if you go backwards in the red area, it's tough sledding, and that's what happened.
I mean, wouldn't Jacobs, he was running the ball pretty well.
Yeah, I know. It was bad play call. Bad play call. Should have ran the ball downhill. Didn't do it.
On the big play to Watson, A, what'd you see there, and B, was that designed for him? Because he caught the ball, there's obviously nobody left. Was that the design to get him the ball with like half the field to run on, or what happened there?
Which one are you talking about?
Yeah, he did a couple. The sixth.
You're saying the one right at the end of the game? Where, yeah. Where he, yeah. Well, we have a play where it's a bunch of crossing routes, caught him in man coverage, and he came open. Made a hell of a play. I thought Christian Watson, I can't say enough about him. Obviously, not everything's gone his way this year, but he is a resilient dude. He shows up to work every day, right mentality, great work ethic. I love the guy. I love being around him. And I say that for our whole receiving corps. I mean, that's a crowded room. It's tough to get all those guys involved, especially, I mean, I don't even know how many pass attempts we had on the game, but yeah, it's not a lot in an NFL football game. We were trying to run the football. We thought that was something we could take advantage of, so it's just you got to maximize your opportunities when they come, and he certainly did that.
What do you make of the success your team's had in this rivalry of late?
I mean, it's one game. So I'm not worried about what's happened in the past. It's one game. It's great to come away with a win when you don't feel like you necessarily played your best. But, that's a competitive football team. The margin of error in this league is so minimal, and we see it. I mean, they're a Hail Mary away from being a 5-4 team. I mean, most teams in this league, it's a 500 league. You got to find a way to win some of these tight games like we did today.
What did you think about Jordan's decision on the deep ball to Watson to he had the safety and the corner there. He ended up catching it.
Yeah.
What was your vantage point?
Well, I mean, the play went off schedule, so I got to go back and look at it. I thought Tucker was open underneath, but, he's got a lot of faith. All right. He's got a lot of faith and belief in his weapons, and that's one thing I totally admire about him. He trusts those guys, and I mean, Christian made a play for him.
And he just sailed the one to.
Yeah, it was a good decision. That's where the play was designed to go. It's 3rd and 10. We needed Tuck to drop step and get what he can to set up either a first down or a 4th and short, where now you have a decision to make. Ball sailed on him. It is what it is. I'm not going to get bent out of shape about it. We'll look at just the drop, the mechanics, all that. And, I mean, he knows. And it happens sometimes.
Thank you, guys.
Thanks, guys. Have a great night.